With the second pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Washington Wizards select please, Alex Sarr from Toulouse, France.
I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't have. But wait, there's more.
The Portland Trailblazers select Bub Carrington from the University of Pittsburgh. With the 24th pick, the New York Knicks select Kyshawn George from Monte, Switzerland, and the University.
I feel good. Papa's got a brand new bag. It's a man's world.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to report that our Whiz Kids are finally back. In like 4 years or so, dude, but you know what I mean? Like, include a leap year in between. We may invent time travel in between, but point is, we are back.
We are back! We are back!
But before I continue glazing my Whiz Kids, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. All right, let's get on with the video. My apologies for not dropping a video sooner. I was out of town. Deni Avdija. I was in line at the airport at TSA, and I found out the news, and I had to make a conscious decision. Either I behave civilly, or I act the freaking fool and risk the possibility of getting tased and arrested, and probably put on TikTok too. I was heated. Deni Avdija, I'm sorry. I'm sorry it had to end this way. It's not you. It's me. No, it's not even me either. It's freaking Will Dawkins. Yes, blame him. Deni Avdija, wishing you nothing but the best of luck. Portland's a good city, dude. You know what I mean? I just can't.
No, why are you crying now? No.
Yeah, you're right, Uncle. The point is, I want to get a couple things straight with this current rebuild that the Wizards are freaking blossoming into, and I love it. I had it written down here in my notes, dude. Reporters, don't take any days off. I don't know what I just said. But here we go. So the Washington Wizards may have 5 players under the age of 21 in their 10-man rotation next season. Starting off with the beautiful young baguette named Bilal Coulibaly, the 7th overall pick of last year, who had a really nice rookie campaign, and then the 2nd round pick of last year, Tristan Vukovic, yeah, he goes by Vukovic, but here at the Dirty Bucket, we refer to him as the Vooch. Sounds cooler. He also had an intriguing rookie season, and he has intriguing upside as a 7-foot athletic center, somewhat athletic, who can shoot the ball, 3-pointers. I'm intrigued by him, but let's continue. People are really liking him here in the DMV. And then we go on with the 3 first-round picks that the Wizards drafted recently, and Alex Sarr, a taller young baguette, and Bub Carrington, hailing from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm gonna toss an extra bit of Old Bay in my fries tonight for Bub. And then also Kyshawn George, who was drafted with a 24th overall pick. All 5 who have very intriguing potential, and some of which may have star potential, especially in Bilal Coulibaly, Alex Sarr, and maybe even Bub Carrington, who knows. But then, on top of that, there are 2 more players who are 25 years old who will be a key part in the rotation in frickin' Jordan Poole and Corey Kispert. Corey Kispert, who actually is still in his rookie year deal. So that's going to be 7 players out of the 10-man rotation who could be 25 or younger. And on top of that, there are still some draft picks and some assets that could be coming the Wizards' way. Because there are 2 prime trade candidates in Kyle Kuzma, who I am expecting to be traded in the next couple weeks, and also Malcolm Brogdon, who was just recently received in the Deni Avdija trade. Those 2, I'm expecting Kyle Kuzma to fetch at least a first rounder, and then Malcolm Brogdon, he probably will fetch us a multitude of second-round picks, but you know what? Here in DC, apparently we love second-round picks all the time. So, then lastly, something that I think not a lot of Wizards fans are diving in a bit is cap space. Yes, the Wizards have cap space, especially after we traded away Deni Avdija, even though his contract was a little bit minuscule. The Wizards could use their cap space as an asset. They can take on a bad contract from another team, attached with a multitude of draft picks, just like the Thunder did a couple years ago, who Will Dawkins just came from. So I'm assuming a type of trade like that. And then I recently saw a nugget being floated around that the Bulls are wanting to trade Zach LaVine and would have to attach a first-round pick in order to get rid of him. And the Wizards are interested. We're going to be complete ass for the next couple of years, but you know what? I love it. Love being ass. Okay, I don't love being ass. But lastly, who are the Wizards who, in the tail end of this decade, will have a multitude of draft picks with the Deni Avdija trade, the Bradley Beal trade, the Phoenix Suns, who we're going to have to freaking make a voodoo doll to get them to suck ass so that we can get all their swap picks or whatever the hell that we got. But yes, it looks like this is just the beginning. And I'm excited, dude. And you know what? I'm freaking sick right now. I don't know if y'all can tell. I am sick. I'm about to faint. But I don't give a fuck. Because the Wizards need me. They don't need me, but... let's go over the 3 young Wiz kids who just got drafted. Let's starting off with Alex Sarr, somebody who we all wanted here in DC. The French connection, Bilal and Alex Sarr. Look, zoom in, please. Please. If Bilal and Alex Sarr bring a championship to the DMV, on my mother's grave, I will get dual citizenship with freaking France.
Merci beaucoup.
I'll have dual citizenship. I don't know if it's freaking possible, dude. I will act a fool. Comment talabou, je m'appelle. We've had Japanese Heritage Night. We've had Israel Heritage Night. I get really sad just thinking about Deni, but you know what? It is what it is. Expect downtown France to be built, possibly replacing Chinatown. It is, and I thought we were gonna get one of the other French young baguettes in the draft because Tijane Saloon, he went early. Anyways, I went off track. Alex Sarr, who was widely touted as the best player in this draft, kind of forced his way to number 2. Kind of, not really. Well, and although I'm not a freaking draft scout or whatever the hell, I'm not a freaking, I don't know what I'm saying, dude. My brain is foggy. I'm just a freaking kid from Maryland with severe asthma. Here's an input that a lot of draft pundits had to say about Alex Sarr after being drafted.
The questions are with his physicality or lack thereof at this point and his offensive game. The people who are enthusiastic about his upside believe in the long-term shooting ability. This is a guy who's got to put on 20 plus pounds of muscle before he's able to do what he does on the offensive end of the floor.
He can really fly around, block and alter shots the way Jaren Jackson Jr. does with the Grizzlies. That's the comp you hear more than any other with Alex Sarr. If it hits, he can be Jaren Jackson Jr. But
Listen, I love this fit for the Wizards. The Wizards needed an athletic big guy, and this guy is going to be able to roam and patrol your defense. And on top of that, he has potential to be a solid three-point shooter, which would open his game. Do not compare him to Rudy Gobert, please. A lot of comparisons I see him being thrown out is Jaren Jackson, Evan Mobley. If he is Jaren Jackson, beautiful. Love it. It may take Alex a couple of years, just like how it took freaking... I gotta stop saying his name. I gotta move on, dude. I'm over here like a freaking clingy ex-girlfriend. I'm not gonna say Deni Avdija's name. But he might have Deni Avdija's growth. Take him 3-4 years to reach him, especially enough it's offensive game. Enough with Deni. But going on to number 2, Bub Carrington. Here's some analysis dude, I'm sick. But here's some analysts from real draft pundits.
Late blooming guard, grew 8 inches since the time he was in high school, terrific pull-up shooter, and exceeded every expectation this year at Pittsburgh. I mean, high IQ player. Physically not ready for the NBA right now. He's going to need some time to develop.
Still only 18 years old. He's a guard with size who can shoot it, like really get hot at any moment. But he did still shoot below 33% from 3 on the season. Now, he took a bunch of threes, more than 6 per game.
Here's what I'll say. Even though he shot 33% from 3, his last 7 games he shot 48% from 3.
Again, kid hailing from Baltimore. A lot of comparisons that I see to him. I saw Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who played a key role in the Timberwolves' run this season in the playoffs. I think Nickeil Alexander-Walker is his floor. I think he can be better than that. I've seen names thrown out as CJ McCollum. Hello! And on top of that, the kid is right now 6'5", 18 years old, the youngest player. He can still grow. He just got off an 1/8-inch growth spurt. And on top of that, I feel like he might grow 1 or 2 more inches. He could be 6'7", a 6'7" point guard. Obviously, if he becomes 6'7", that can change his whole trajectory of like how he's going to be defined as a player. People are saying his three-point shot is not that reliable. I mean, he shot 33%. 33% as an 18-year-old player? Give me that! He's going to be a very effective, and I would say, I would put money on this, a very good three-point shooter in the league. I'm not worried about that. Only negative I see about him is that, you know, he needs to drive to the paint more. Something that which he did say in his interview when he got drafted. He was like, motherfucker, I know I gotta drive. He said that in his interview. Well, at least he's cognizant of that. But Baltimore, Maryland, DMV kid, love it. And then lastly, Kyshawn George. Let's go on with his analysis that a lot of draft experts have to say about him.
And this latest pick is a late bloomer who is really sprouted up late. He's really smooth and he can shoot the ball. So there are high upside outcomes. But here's the thing that concerns me. He's never produced. Never at all. And we're talking about 7 points per game on a bad Miami team that was...
This is the one where I was a bit, I'm going to be honest, I was a bit like, I wanted Tyler Smith. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. But after going in deep about Kyshawn George, he's our mystery pick. He is our Vucevic of this draft. He can be either really good, or he can just, you know, he can be nothing. Again, another kid with a growth spurt. I've seen comparisons to Joe Ingles, which I would love. I mean, especially in this weak draft, 24th overall pick, and you got the guy Joe Ingles. That would be a win in my situation. Lethal three-point shooter, that's an obvious one. His playmaking ability, that's very intriguing. On top of that, he just reached his 6'8" frame. And he said multiple times in interviews that he's adjusting to his new body. I believe it is his third year playing basketball in his new 6'8" frame. 6'8", 6'11" wingspan. And I don't buy this whole he is not that athletic. I don't buy that. His athleticism is a bit underrated. I read a stat that he only had 3 dunks last season in college. But I think he's going to figure out his body soon. The only negative I have about him is that he's going to be 21 come December of this year. But, you know, high IQ, kid loves to play, has tenacity. What else do you want? I am back at the DMV. I will be making videos. Hopefully now, 3 or 4 videos a week. I am super excited for our Wiz kids. I cannot explain how, I mean, we have been in purgatory, dude, for the past freaking 5 years. No, we've been in purgatory since the freaking 70s. We have not had a 50-game winning season since, I believe, the 74-75 NBA season. It is, that's the past. The future is now. Somebody please, I need some mumbo sauce, and I need some, listen to go-go music right now. I can't. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I am sick as hell, but I may do a video tomorrow on Deni. But yes, let me know what you guys think. Are the Wiz kids on their way back? Until the next video, until the next report, peace, y'all.